Morning! So I've just been for my blood test before my second lot of chemo. It's been a really interesting few weeks. Didn't know what to expect from it all. It wasn't too bad. Mainly pain, if I'm honest. Achy, horrible pain that you just can't get rid of, that painkillers don't touch. They give you an injection to boost your immune system, and it does something to your bone marrow, I think, and so my hips and my pelvis and my legs just ached, and I had a horrible sinusy pain, although I think a lot of that is to do with dry eyes. So I saw at the optician. I went to the optician and they gave me some really good eye drops that I use at night and then in the day as well, different ones, and they seem to be helping. But then we're coming into week 3, so maybe it's a combination of week 3 and the fact that, you know, my eyes are better. I've also been playing around a lot with my diet. I've not had any alcohol since the night before my first chemo, and I've tried not to eat meat, and I've had a few Diet Cokes but not many, and I've tried not to eat chocolate. So I tried to be really good, and I'm eating lots of fruit, and I have an orange or an apple for breakfast, and I've been really concentrating on my immune system and keeping that as high as I can to see whether or not I can manage the pain and the effects of the chemo until last night. And last night I had the night free. It was just me. Tim was night fishing, the kids were with their grandparents, and I thought, I'm going to watch TV and paint, drink wine and eat chocolate. And I also had meat, so I had 2 glasses of Prosecco and felt sick. I did have a Mars bar, and I had an amazing dinner cooked by my mother-in-law. I was going to have a kebab, so I thought that was much better. It was chicken. And yeah, so I went to bed feeling quite sick, and woke up this morning and so much of my hair was on the pillow, and I'd stupidly started to thought that perhaps I was going to get away with it, that maybe because it was so short it wouldn't break and fall out, and it has. And I washed my hair, and well, I say washed, I got it wet, and as I did that and I took my hand away, it was covered in hair. So I guess it's begun, but it has made me wonder, if I hadn't had the wine and the chocolate and the meat last night, would it have lasted a little bit longer? I don't know, because they normally say that your hair falls out 8 to 10 days after the first chemo, and obviously we're now day 19. So I've done really well. My hair's done really well, and I have to put some of that, I think, to my diet. So I'm going to attempt to continue managing my diet in the hope of the symptoms and stuff lessening. I did get an infection last weekend, and that was pretty hardcore. I'd probably say it was worse than the chemo, the effects of the chemo. It was, yeah, it was like being hit by a train, my imagination of being hit by a train. Incredible pain. So that memory is pushing me to eat pomegranate and raspberries and things, rather than just going straight for the chocolate and the Diet Coke. Thank you to the beautiful people that have sent me messages and cards and flowers, and mentally it's actually been quite tough, and that meant a lot. So Cameron and Claire, thank you for the foods, they're amazing. And Zoe, thank you so much for my beautiful card. Did you make it? You and your children are definitely much more of an inspiration than I am. And you give me ideas as to what to do with my children. So thank you. And to all the team leaders at Paddock Wood for my card, thank you. I wasn't having a great day, and so when I got that was a really nice surprise. Yeah, it's been okay. I don't know if I'm more or less anxious for round 2, having known what's gonna come. Oh, the other thing as well, so we saw the oncologist last week, and he was fairly pleased, so that's nice. But I need to have an injection at my doctor's once a month that will shut my ovaries down, and I need 2 of those to see how I cope with the effects of the menopause. So I'm sorry, Tim, and to anyone else that is close to me that potentially is gonna see me very grumpy. So it's gonna be hot flushes. So I'm glad when we didn't start that before, because obviously we had that nice little heat wave. So hopefully it will start getting a bit cooler, and then I can have my my hot flushes. So yeah, so I'm a bit anxious that so I'll have chemo, and then day 5 I'll have this injection to put my ovaries to sleep, and then they'll give me another injection to sort of help prevent the cancer. So there's just so much still. I still have my eyebrows, which I'm quite happy about, and I'm desperately trying not to touch them in the hope that they will survive, because the idea of drawing on my eyebrows makes me a little bit nervous. I think I'm going to have this startled rabbit look if I have to draw them on myself. I'm not very good with that sort of thing. That's why I have nieces. They tell me what I need to do and or do it for me. So yeah, any tips or ideas on meals and food, you know, superfoods, greatly received. So yeah, that's the mission for this one, is to be really focused on diet and make sure that I am literally at the top of my game as much as I can be, so that I stay on course and get through this in a similar way to last time, because obviously the effects are cumulative, so I'm assuming that means it's going to get worse, but I'm determined that that's not going to happen. So yeah, any thoughts, meditations, anything that will boost my immune system, I would love to hear about. So I hope you're all well and enjoying your day, and I hope to speak to you soon.